Not either, and I never used to. Good day. Good day and welcome to NAC TV's Coffee Chat. And thank you for watching today. My name's Lyle Watson, and we're pleased to have as our guest today Linda Desjardins from Kelwood, Manitoba, who is the director of the Neepawa area Cats TNR Rescue. Thank you, Linda, for joining us today and taking the time to come to Neepawa. And we're looking forward to finding out what Cats TNR Rescue is, what the mission is, and how you go about what you do.
Well, thank you so much for having me here. Really a pleasure.
Well, it's good to have you here for sure. What is Cats TNR Rescue? What does that
stand
entail?
for? We have a group of people that we rescue cats and put them in foster homes and adopt them out. And also we do what is called the TNR part of what we do is trap, neuter, return. This is for cats that are too wild to adopt out, yes, or like very, very scared or feral. And we fix them, vaccinate them, deworm them, and then return them to where we caught them. So they can live their lives happily, hopefully,
yep,
and not reproduce.
Yeah.
Because that's the big issue with the cat population in Manitoba, actually across Canada. It's at a crisis point. There's every rescue, every shelter is full to the brim, and the calls never stop coming in for help.
So there's a lot of cats just running wild, per se.
Yes.
In Neepawa and the area.
Yes.
Because you cover the.
We go where we can. Yeah, we cover Carberry, Gladstone, McCreary.
Oh, do you?
Gladstone, or I said Gladstone, Minnedosa. So any areas that we can within reason, but we can't like cover the whole province. It's just too much.
So where do you keep these cats that you rescue or have coming in? Where do you house them until you can get them the medical needs fixed up and get them adopted out?
We have a certain amount of foster homes, and some of them have more than one, some have one. And we've got a very small shelter. We had a bigger shelter last year but lost it because the building got sold. So
and where is this shelter?
It's it's a house actually just north of Neepawa, just on the outskirts of Neepawa.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And a lady kindly donated it to us because it needs to be occupied for insurance purposes. So she lets it, but it's pretty small, so we aren't to have too many there. But we could certainly use a bigger one.
Yeah.
But with the law, what do you call them? The laws where they regulate where you can or cannot do stuff. It has to be on a light industrial in town.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And there's nothing available there. So.
Yep.
Zoning bylaws. Sorry, brain dead.
So the housing space is almost important, or at least a close second to the funding of the operation. And
yeah, very much so. We can't bring them in if we don't have a place to put them.
Yep.
It's that simple. So
let's talk about funding. As I have seen and heard, you people spend a lot of your time trying to raise enough money or fund the project.
Yes.
And I'm sure that's a real challenge.
It is. But I have to say Neepawa has been very supportive, and the businesses in Neepawa, as far as supporting the rescue, putting on fundraisers for us, and that's been a real big help.
Yep.
And we could use more foster homes in Neepawa. We have very few of those, but yeah.
So say if someone would like to make a donation, how do they go about making a donation to Cats TNR?
They can e-transfer to our rescue. It's Cats TNR Rescue at gmail.com.
Okay.
And they can e-transfer. They can mail it to my mailing address, or they can drop it off with one of our volunteers in Neepawa, Dorothy Tegg. So she collects for us too. So.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that would be the same if somebody had a residence or wanted to adopt or have a foster home, if they contacted that number or those people. And
Well, we have an adoption manager. Her name's Carrie Taylor, and they contact her, and she does all of the paperwork on that, and she does all the vetting of the applicants, because we don't just hand cats out to everybody. They've got to have proof of vetting of their own cats and references, and make sure that they're going to a good home.
so does Carrie live in Nipawa then?
Pardon me?
Does Carrie live in Nipawa?
She lives by Wellwood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You do cover quite an
Oh,
area
yeah.
with your volunteers and your
Yeah.
cats. Eh?
Yeah.
So when you rescue these cats and bring them in, you obviously have them in your housing for some time in order to get the neutering and the vaccination.
Yeah, like we try and vet them before we place them in foster, actually, because we don't want to bring a disease or sickness into their homes
Yeah.
for their cats to catch. That's why we make sure that all their cats are vaccinated.
Yep.
But yeah, it's quite a process. It's kind of difficult. Like, you almost need a holding facility to keep these cats, to take to the vet and then put in a foster home. So, but
And how many times do you have to take a cat to the vet on average?
a kitten requires 3 vaccines, 1 a month, starting at 8 weeks, and they can't get spayed or neutered until close to 6 months, 4 to 6 months old.
Oh, so you do have them
So-
in housing for
Yeah,
quite some
quite
time.
a while. Yeah.
So you deal with the vets in Nipawa and Gladstone, and is there any other vets?
We don't deal with Nipawa per se. We deal with Gladstone and Minnedosa, Carberry, Verdun, Portage la Prairie, St. Rose,
Oh, really?
Dauphin.
Yeah. Oh, that's good too.
Quite a network of veterinary clinics that will take our cats. So.
So when we're talking about funding and raising money, do you have an approximate budget for a year that you have to meet or need?
Last year, it depends on the year. Last year, our expenses were over $90,000.
$90,000.
Yes.
And how many cats? I know that's probably a tough question, but how many cats would have you put through?
Oh, good Lord. I know since the rescue started, we've probably adopted 800 cats. Right now we have 78 in foster homes. And we do also the TNR aspect. We that doesn't come free either, where we fix them, vaccinate them, and let them go. So we get nothing back from that. But
No.
you never cover your expenses with adoptions at all.
No.
No.
So if I was looking to adopt a cat, do I have to put up any money when I receive
Yes, a
this?
kitten is $110,
Yes.
and an adult is $75.
Okay.
And in order to have done what we put into those cats, you're looking at over $400 probably per cat.
Per cat.
Yeah, if you were to pay it.
Yep. Yeah.
But the vets give us all the discounts. So.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's good of them too.
Yeah,
then.
yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that it certainly explains the need of the funding that's required and the work that goes into
Yeah.
it. So, again, I would remind our viewers, if you're interested in this program and if you felt the goodwill of donating something, it is very important to our community to have this service.
Very much so. Yeah.
And it's not going to change a whole lot.
I don't see it changing at all. Not until government maybe gets involved and starts, or councils putting more. I don't know how you would policy something like that, though. You know, I know a lot of towns and cities have license fees for their cats, and then they use the license fees to help pay for cheap spay and neuters for people. If there was even a program that offered people low-cost spay and neuter, it would help.
Yeah.
Because who can afford, if they've got 2 cats,
Oh,
to go and get them spayed and neutered?
I know.
You know,
yeah.
it's pretty expensive. So.
Yeah. What, Linda, if I may ask you, what motivated you to get into this program and become director of CATS TNR Rescue?
I happened to catch a documentary on TV called Cat City, and that's what it was about. In Toronto is pretty much where it started, I think, in Canada. It's been in Europe for years and years, the TNR aspect of it.
Yes.
And they were doing that in Toronto, and it showed, the lives that they saved, the lives that weren't saved because of it. I mean, it was a pretty awakening documentary, which really pulled at the heartstrings because it's heartbreaking what these cats go through.
Yeah.
And so that kind of sparked my interest. And then we moved to Calwood and went to the landfill or dump, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And there was a pile of old tires there that had a whole bunch of cats living in it. Kittens too, like.
Really?
Yeah, living in these tires. And
Yeah.
I thought, well, maybe I could fix them, at least stop the kittens being born, because they were just dying there. They were being buried by bulldozers and
Yeah.
run over, and it was pretty horrific. So I started the rescue to do that, and I did a GoFundMe page, and I got enough money to start, and then we took off from there.
Really?
So, yeah.
Well, that's kind
All
of,
it took was an idea.
yeah, that sounds
Sometimes I think it was a rather crazy idea, but whatever.
Well, obviously not, because it's working, but it's interesting what motivates people to do
To
certain
do
things.
things.
And
I've always loved animals, so yeah.
thinking of the love of animals, and of course in our home we have 4 children growing up. We raised cats and we raised dogs, and they liked the pigs in the barn and the cattle in the corral. There's something about a pet or an animal within
Yeah.
a house.
Yeah.
If somebody's thinking about having a pet or has the means of owning a pet,
Right.
there's such a gratification and satisfaction, both mentally and physically, from having a pet.
Oh yeah, there's actually scientific proof that they are good for your health. Like a cat's purr, whatever it is at, like as far as sound, is supposed to be really good for your heart.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I would believe that,
Yeah.
because I see people with their pets. They're just in a different. They're living in the present
Yeah.
with that animal.
A lot of comfort.
And
a lot
there
of
is comfort there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what in the wintertime, these animals that you're rescuing, what danger or what challenges does the winter weather offer or make for you people?
A lot of them freeze to death.
Do they?
Yeah, they lose ears, lose tails. I've got one that has no back toes. It froze right off, and lost her ears and all of her tail. It froze right off. It's amazing she survived.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not a nice place out there for cats. It's really, really, really hard on them. Hard on me too, because I know that every time winter is coming, I feel such a sense of dread, and
Yeah.
because I know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of people hate cats, and I don't understand that, but I guess that's their right, but they're just a helpless animal looking to survive. That's all. They're not in your garbage to make you mad.
No.
They're in your garbage looking for a meal because they're starving to death.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So then, in that case, if I or any of our viewers see a cat, a stray cat per se, you shouldn't wait too long before you notify somebody.
Yeah, or try and do something for it. I mean, rescues can't be everywhere and do everything. Like, people got to step up and do a little bit too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why can't they put out even a cardboard box with straw in it and wrap it in insulation or an old blanket and garbage bags to keep it dry?
Yeah.
Cut a little hole in, and that'll save a life.
Yeah.
How hard is that to do?
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I get very passionate about it. I get carried away. That's the thing that I was worried. I don't have a good filter.
But no, that's quite all right, Linda. It's good to see people with a passion, and
Yeah.
obviously you have a passion to save cats, and that's
Yeah.
good. And we need more people with more passions
Yeah.
around our world to
Yeah, that's
to
true.
do
we
different things.
Yeah, a
and,
lot of people, they just treat them like disposable garbage. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Don't want them anymore. Throw them out the door
yeah, yeah,
without even thinking what's going to happen to that animal.
Yeah.
Oh, they could survive on their own. No, they can't.
And I myself have witnessed kittens being left in a ditch.
Yeah.
You know,
Last winter, some guy in Eden pulled up his truck. I didn't see it, but the guy that did told me, unloaded all these kittens and put them in the ditch, and they were all sick, all of them. They had eye infections, and they'd all died, all of them.
yeah, yeah.
Just how do you do that?
Yeah, I don't know, but I know it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's got to be something wrong with people that can do that. I don't know. Just how you treat an animal is how you're going to treat people.
It kind of makes you wonder, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it's true. That's how serial murderers start.
Yeah,
They torture and kill animals,
yeah, yeah,
and then they move on to people.
yeah, yeah. It's sad. Well, I think we've covered quite a number of the things and challenges that you face as an organization, Linda, and I'm wondering if you have anything that I've missed, or is there something that you can bring?
I just like to thank the businesses in Neepawa and the people of Neepawa and everywhere that do see the worth of what we're doing and donate and help, because we have lots of followers, and we couldn't do what we do without them. So I'm very grateful for that. A lot of the businesses in Neepawa have been so supportive, putting on fundraisers for us.
Yep.
It's incredible.
Yep.
So
But it's something that's ongoing, and it has to continue.
it has to go all the
Alright.
time. We fundraise continually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's a
yes.
big part of it.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and I think you've shared a lot of good information with us, Linda, that will make our viewers realize that Cats Rescue is a very worthwhile organization and worthy of our support, and whether it's through donations, whether it's adoption, or whether it's providing a house.
Foster homes.
A foster home is
Yeah.
important too.
Yeah.
Could you tell us who we can get in touch with the different segments of the rescue, and how we would go about to donate if our viewers wish to do that?
Wish to foster? They can contact our page. We have a Facebook page.
Oh, have you?
Yes. We've also got a website. Or they can contact Carrie. Should I give her number out? Rather
If
not,
you're,
eh?
maybe not. If it would be on the Facebook.
Yes, it's on our Facebook page
Yeah.
and on our website. So
Okay. Well, if it's there, and if people are interested, they can go to those two, and,
yes,
and get that. pretty
and
quickly.
to foster, all we require is that your own animals are vaccinated, and that you're willing to drive them to vet appointments. That's it. We pay for all the vetting. We supply the food if needed. Anything that's needed, we'll supply. So it just requires a home to put them in.
Yep.
Till they can stay until they're adopted.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
agree.
pretty much. Without that, we can't do anything.
Well, I know for the adoption part of it, I'll share this with you quickly. Our daughter loves animals and cats and dogs, and she decided that she was going to adopt a cat. And she went and she wound up adopting 2 kittens, and they were 2 females. And those are her girls. She's
Yeah.
now known as the kitten lady.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, good Lord. I don't want to tell you how many I got.
Anyways, the happiness and the pleasure they've brought to her is just, you can't put a price on
No,
it.
you can't. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just special animals. They really are. I mean, I love dogs and horses too, but It's just something different about cats. Like this is
Yeah.
fun. They're
yeah.
fun too.
They're an animal of themselves.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to join us and sharing about the Cats Rescue, the format of it, and what you do and how you do it. And again, I would ask our viewers, if you're at all interested in the well-being of our cat population, is to get in touch with Linda or go to their Facebook page. And if you consider donation, that's great. And if you need can supply housing, is great. And there's
Or
just so many ways.
volunteering.
And volunteering in
Yeah.
many ways.
Yeah.
And, there's so many ways we could all help and
Yeah.
work together.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
thank
and
you very much, Linda. Go
You're
ahead.
very welcome.
No, go ahead. Say what you were
Oh,
going.
I was just going to say, and I hope I didn't say too many negative things. I get on my table, my soapbox.
No, I don't think there was. I think there was more of your passion come out rather than being negative.
Okay,
I think
good.
the positive side of your passion outweighs a lot.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So thank you for coming, and you take care, and have a safe trip home. And until the next time, my name is Lyle Watson. Stay healthy and stay happy, and thanks for watching.